Nobody tells you this when you're starting your entrepreneurship journey. The hardest part isn't money, it isn't competition, it's the loneliness. And if that's where you are right now, this video is for you. My name is Gawain. I run a wedding and event planning company, and I'm starting a podcast called NextGen Bosses. This channel isn't about flexing success, it's about the real process of building something from nothing. I'm an immigrant. I migrated from Jamaica, the best island in the world, and my early years in the US were spent in the restaurant industry as a server. I used to work long hours, and through a lot of hard work, I learned discipline, service, and what it means to show up even when I'm exhausted. But deep down, I always knew I wanted more than what was placed in front of me. I wanted more freedom, I wanted more ownership, and I wanted more control over my life. I am still shy. I am still not the loudest in the room. And for a long time, I thought that was a weakness. Owning a business taught me otherwise. Business doesn't reward noise, it rewards consistency, it rewards action, it rewards the people who keep showing up, even when nobody is watching. Most of my growth, my maturity, and honestly, my understanding of life came from building this business. It forced me to grow. It forced me to learn how to handle pressure, responsibility, and uncertainty. So when people ask me why I do this, my why is simple. I didn't want a boss breathing down my neck. I wanted flexibility. I wanted the freedom to work how I want, build how I want, and live without someone else putting limits on my potential. That's why I'm here. That's why I stayed, and that's why I'm still building. One of the biggest changes that happen when you start building is the loneliness you're going to feel. Your schedule changes, your priorities change, and slowly you stop relating to people that were once around you. Not because you were better than them, but because you're now building something that they're not. That's why I started NextGen Bosses. I wanted to create a space where young business owners and builders could hear real stories, not just the wins, but the isolation, the doubt, and the moments nobody posts about. I'll be sitting down with local business owners, creatives, and entrepreneurs. We'll talk about how they started, what they struggled with, and what kept them going when nobody was watching. Here's what something I wish I knew earlier. Loneliness doesn't mean you're doing something wrong, it means you're doing something different. And different is uncomfortable but rewarding. Before I wrap this up, I want to take a moment to tell you exactly who this channel is for. This channel is for you if you're building quietly, if you're doing the work when no one's clapping for you yet, if you've ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or like your progress isn't moving fast enough compared to everyone else online. This is for the people who don't always have the loudest voice, but they have the strongest work ethic. The ones who show up consistently, even when motivation is low, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like you're building in silence. If you're someone who believes that long term growth matters more than quick attention, you're in the right place. If you're not interested in shortcuts, gimmicks, or overnight success stories, but you are interested in real progress, real lessons, and honest conversations, this channel was created with you in mind. Here, we talk about what it actually looks like to build something from the ground up. The discipline, the doubt, the sacrifices, and the mindset shifts that happen when you take ownership of your future. This isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about learning as you go and being willing to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. If you're working while others are resting, if you're choosing patience over pressure, and if you understand that success isn't always loud, but it's always intentional, then you belong here. So if this resonates with you, I genuinely love for you to be a part of this community. Subscribe if you want honest conversations, real lessons, and reminders that you're not building alone. This is a space for quiet builders, for people who are serious about growth, and for anyone who knows that showing up consistently will always outperform showing off. Quiet work still makes loud results. See you in the next episode.